Let's look at some examples of some direct variation problems. Okay, looking at number one, we have a direct variation exists between x and y when x is equal to 4, y is equal to 3. So what is the value of y when x is equal to 3? So when we're talking about direct variation, we're talking about a proportion, meaning two things that we can set equal to each other. So it doesn't really matter the order. We can either do x over y, or we can do y over x. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and do x over y. So what this tells us is that when x is equal to 4, y is going to be equal to 3. So if we have a direct variation between x and y, then this means that we should have that it should be equal to 10 over y. The reason why is because, again, x is on the top. So when x is equal to 4, y is 3. So when x is equal to 10, we need to find out what y is equal to. So once we've set up this equation in this way, we can go ahead and solve it. What we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. And so we have 4 times y, which is just going to be 4y. And then 10 times 3, which is going to give us 30. Now for y, to leave the y by itself, we are going to divide 4 on both sides. That's going to cross out y. And we are left with 30 divided by 4, which is going to be equal to 7.5. So the answer would be A. And so we need to be able to recognize when we're giving a word problem like number 3. It says, the distance an object is dropped from a tall building is directly proportional to the time of the fall. If the water balloon falls 18 meters after 1.5 seconds, how far will it fall after 2 seconds? Now, this is very similar to what we just did up there. In fact, I mean, it's exactly the same. It's just that it's not using a direct variation in the actual problem. It's telling us that it's directly proportional, which means the exact same thing. Now we can assign values here and say that x is equal to 18 meters and y is equal to 1.5 seconds. And again, we can either do x over y or y over x. In this case, I'm going to do x over y again. The reason why is because that's how we would find how much it falls in meters per second. So it's telling us that after 18 meters, or in 1.5 seconds, we fall 18 meters. This should be equal to x over 2. And again, the reason why is because we're trying to find how much it falls after 2 seconds. So we can say that y is equal to 2 and x is what we're trying to find. So if we do this again, we're going to cross multiply, same exact procedure. 18 times 2 gives us 36, and 1.5 times x is just 1.5x. Now to cancel out x, we're going to divide, to cancel out 1.5 and leave x by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 1.5. So that means that 36 divided by 1.5, x is going to be equal to 24.